Alright, hello everybody. As you can see, I have changed some things on my board. So I sold the Strymon Flint and I added the Boss D20 giga delay. So I decided maybe do a little bit of an update. At the end, I recorded just like a 1 minute song that I just created randomly with some loops and piano and stuff. And I'll kind of show you how I'm kind of using everything together to get some sounds in that. So yeah, the signal chain is pretty much the same. Guitar into the 7-up Mini, into the Seatone Centura, King of Tone, Diamond Miller Jr. Then it's going to the Boss Giga delay, and then it's going to the tuner and out. So this is what my clean tone sounds like. It's on the middle pickup of my Strat, and this is what it sounds like with the Centura. So that's probably 80% of my sound is just the middle pickup into the Centura, into the amp, and usually I'll have some delay on. So for the right side of my King of Tone here, on the red side, I have it set up to more of a high gain sort of lead sound. So you get a lot of sustain, a lot of gain. I really like it for some lead stuff. And then on the left side is the yellow side is the clean boost. So you can tell on this one that I don't really have a lot of gain. It's just a volume boost kind of. So that's more like I'll start, the song's kind of softer. I'll start off with just this, add that for maybe like second verse and chorus. This is like a bridge or lead sound. And then that gets to the main delay, the Diamond Memory Lane Jr. This is kind of how I set it up. So I really like the modulation on this. It doesn't really get in the way of your playing, which I really, really like. That's pretty much how I have it set up, kind of 90% of the time. And that gets us to the Boss Giga delay. So I just recently got this. And the reason that I picked up this delay was twofold. One, I had it probably 8 years ago. For about 4 years, and really, really liked it. It's super versatile delay, has a bunch of different sounds. And I realized that I just dropped a new single on my Common Man music project called In the Valley that had a lot of guitar parts on it. And for that song, I was using pretty much most of my tone was the Diamond Memory Lane Jr. into a reverse delay. And I was set the mix pretty low on the reverse delay and the feedback really high. So it would be almost like a reverb. It kind of would take my delay sound and then kind of feed back into itself, but not in a way that was like obnoxious. It was just in a way sort of to create space. And so I realized that instead of having a reverb, like I could just kind of use a reverse delay. So I was looking for reverse delays, pedals that maybe weren't too expensive that would have a reverse delay. And I remember that the DD7 had a reverse delay, which I was like, oh, maybe I'll get that. And it has a looper. But then I realized, like, you know, for a couple more dollars, I could just get the DD20 that has like 8 or 9 different delay sounds. It has a reverse delay that you can really tweak, and it has a looper, and all these sort of functions. And so I ended up picking one of those up. So I just use this mostly for just kind of secondary sounds, and I'll play through some of those right now. So my first delay that I have set up is just the reverse delay. So you can kind of hear how it does that. It gets kind of like, feedbacky into itself. And I would never use that by itself. I would always use it with this. So you can see how that kind of adds more space and ambience to the note. So I really like that. You can use it on like volume swells. The second delay that I have in this is it's the analog setting, so it's kind of a Boss DM2. So it's really dark. It's great for playing more rhythm stuff. Because it doesn't get in the way at all. So that's my secondary, or my first preset on this. My second preset, this is a tape delay. I don't really have a use for this yet, maybe more volume swells. Yeah, the feedback's kind of a little bit higher on that. The third preset that I have is for 6/8 time. So instead of trying to tap in dotted eights for like 6/8 time, I just have it set up. Something like Reckless Love. And the fourth preset that I have is a modulated delay. Sounds really good. So that's perfect for more ambient stuff, washes, volume swells. So for me, I'll probably use that more for recording than for playing live. So yeah, now let's get to the song that I've created. I can kind of show you how I'm putting all these things together. Well, there you go. That is how I use my board and the addition of the new DD20 Giga Delay by Boss. I highly recommend checking it out if you're in the market for a delay with a couple presets that is stupid cheap and really easy to dial in. I'm also on the hunt for a reverb right now. I had some good suggestions about the hardware RV7, so I'm looking into that, but I just looked at the Fender Marine Layer Reverb, which sounds super interesting, and I'm really interested to possibly get my hands on that and give it a demo and see what it's like. So thank you so much for checking this out, and yeah, have a good rest of your week. Let me know what you think.